assembly number 3, and it's the week beginning the 16th of September 2024. How are you? I hope that you are okay. Me? Well, thank you for asking. I'm okay too. Right, come with me. Let's do our routine. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? Well, I can see that the long hand, the yellow pencil, which is that's right children, it's the minute hand, is on the number 6. And I know that that means it's past. I can also see that the shorthand, our green pencil, is in between the numbers 1 and 2. And I know that, put that all together, it's 1:30. We're in the month of September and we're still learning how to sign in Makaton. We're learning different signs every week. You can see that it's already changed. And you read this word, peace. 2 actions. You've got to pinch your finger and thumb together and then pull them away. Peace. Peace. Why does Mrs. Lee want us to learn how to sign peace? Well, I like it when in school it is peaceful. When it's quiet, so as we're walking around the school, we're using quiet voices, we're using quiet feet when we're walking in the hall and around our school, because that's what we do, we walk, don't we? And we try to keep the peace. You might have also noticed that on my assembly, I've got 2 different things. In green it says honesty. That's one of our golden rules, and I want us to think about honesty today. But also what's coming up is International Day of Peace, when all around the world, everybody thinks about being peaceful. Now, I know that you know that there, around the world, there are lots and lots of wars happening where it's not very peaceful, which is very sad. But we need to learn how to be peaceful right here now, at the age of 4, at the age of 5, at the age of 6, and some of you, I think, will soon be 7. We need to learn how to be peaceful. I think if you can be honest, that will help you be peaceful. There's nothing worse than telling a fib, not being honest, and then inside you don't feel very peaceful. Your conscience inside is making you feel unpeaceful. Now, I know a story about an animal who wasn't very honest. I don't know whether he felt peaceful. I don't know if you know this story. We've got 1 copy in school. I found it, but when I found it, I was a little bit sad because it's been used at lunchtime. Look. The whole of the front page has been ripped. Now, the person who did that, or the people that did that, have not been honest. They've not come and spoken to Mrs. Lee about that. Now, I don't know whether that was an accident, or whether that was on purpose, or whether that was just because it was been thrown on the floor and not looked after. But it means I can't read this version. I've looked everywhere, children, for another version, and we haven't got one, so I've had to make one. I hope that you're going to look after my next one. So the book is called Tiddler, and it's written by Julia Donaldson, and it's illustrated by a man called Axel Scheffler. It's a story that's about a little fish, and I don't think the fish is very honest. You ready? It's going to be a bit tricky to read this because Mrs. Lee's tried to make it. Here, let's have a look at the pictures. Here we go. Can you see that one? Once there was a fish and his name was Tiddler. He wasn't much to look at with his plain grey scales, but Tiddler was a fish with a big imagination. He blew small bubbles, but he told tall tales. Do you know what tall tales are? That's right, it's fibs. Sorry I'm late, I was riding on a seahorse. Sorry I'm late, I was flying with a ray. Sorry I'm late, I was diving with a dolphin. Tiddler told a different story every day. All the fishes all ready for class. A little bit like you sitting on your bug rugs. At 9 o'clock on Monday, Miss Skate called the register. Little Johnny Dory, yes, Miss Skate. Rabbitfish, yes, Miss. Redfin, yes, Miss. Tiddler, Tiddler, Tiddler's late. Wonder why he's late. Maybe he just didn't get up in time. Let's find out what he's saying. Some of those tall tales are coming. Sorry I'm late. I was swimming round a shipwreck. I swam into a treasure chest and someone closed the lid. I bashed and I thrashed till Mermaid let me out again. Oh, no, she didn't. Oh, yes, you did. It's only a story, said Rabbitfish and Redfin. Just a silly story, said Dragonfish and Dab. I like Tiddler's story, said Little Johnny Dory. And he told it to his granny, who told it to a crab. It's just a story, though. I don't think it's true. At 9 o'clock on Tuesday, Miss Skate called the register. Little Johnny Dory, yes, Miss Skate. Spiderfish, yes, Miss. Sunfish, yes, Miss. Tiddler? Tiddler? Tiddler's late. Sorry I'm late, miss. I set off really early, but on the way to school I was captured by a squid. I wriggled and I struggled till a turtle came and rescued me. Oh, no he didn't. Oh, yes he did. Do you think so? It's only a story, said Spiderfish and Sunfish. Just a silly story, said Devilfish and Dace. I love Tiddler's story, said Little Johnny Dory, and he told it to his granny, who told it to a place, who told it to a starfish, who told it to a seal, who told it to a lobster, who told it to an eel. That story's getting about, isn't it? At 9 o'clock on Wednesday, Tiddler was dawdling, dreaming up a story, his tallest story yet. He didn't hear the fisherman. He didn't spot the net. Meanwhile, in the schoolroom, Miss Skate called the register. Little Johnny Dory, yes, Miss Skate. Leopardfish, yes, Miss. Leaffish, yes, Miss. Tiddler? Tiddler? Tiddler's late. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, still no Tiddler. 12 o'clock, lunchtime. Where could he be? Far away, the fishermen were hauling in their fishing nets. Who do you think might be in there, children? Gee, this one's just a Tiddler. We'll throw it back to sea. Tiddler was lost in the middle of the ocean where strange lights glimmered. Are they lights? No, they're different types of fish, aren't they? And strange fish flew. He swam around in circles. He shivered in the seaweed. But then he heard a story that he knew. Tiddler rode a seahorse, Tiddler met a mermaid, Tiddler met a turtle who saved him from a squid. Tiddler found a shipwreck, Tiddler found a treasure chest. Oh, no he didn't. Oh, yes he did. Tiddler peeped out and he saw a shoal of anchovies. Excuse me, Tiddler said, can you tell me where you heard that tale? Well, we heard it from a shrimp, but we don't know where she heard it. And they took him to the shrimp, who said, I heard it from a whale. I heard it from a herring. I heard it from an eel. I heard it from a lobster. And I heard it from a seal. I heard it from a starfish. I heard it from a place. The place said, just a minute, don't I recognise your face? I'm Tiddler, said Tiddler. I'm tracking down my story. The place replied, I heard it from my neighbour, Granny Dory. 1 o'clock, children. 2 o'clock. Still no Tiddler. Nearly home time. Where could he be? And just as the fishes were finishing their lesson, in swam Tiddler at 3:30. Oh, I'm sorry I'm late. I swam into a fishing net. I managed to escape. I swam away and hid. I was lost. I was scared, but a story led me home again. Oh, no, it didn't. Oh, yes, it did. Oh, it's just another story, said Leopardfish and Leaffish. Just a silly story, said Butterfish and Blue. It isn't just a story, said Little Johnny Dory. And he told it to a writer friend who wrote it down for you. Do you know who this is supposed to be? That's right. It's supposed to be Julia Donaldson who wrote the actual book. There you go. Tiddler got home in time. And that last time he did have an adventure, which was true. But I don't think the others ones were they? I think they were, can you remember what they said? Tall tales, which are fibs. Now, luckily for Tiddler, his tall tales helped him out, but they don't very often keep the peace when people aren't honest. Sometimes people don't tell the truth when they've done something wrong. Now, Mrs. Lee does things wrong every day. I have to own up when I've broken something. Guess what? I broke the photocopier. Shh. I had to go and tell Mrs. Hayhoe that I broke the photocopier, and all the teachers, they were very cross because they had lots of things to photocopy. But I told them the truth, and they weren't so horrible. They didn't shout at me or anything. They just said, Mrs. Lee, be careful next time. Thank you. Thankfully, I was honest, and I managed to keep the peace. Okay then, children. Well, thank you for listening. I hope that you are going to be honest around I hope that you're going to be honest around school, and I hope that you're going to remember our 7 golden rules and how they keep us very safe, don't they? I'm looking forward to seeing you in assembly. Have you seen something in our hall lately that's a little bit different? Have you seen our bee? There he is. Now, our bee can come into your classroom if you come to school every day. So what we're looking for, children, is the class, whether that's class 1, class 2, class 3, 4, 5, or that's right, class 6, who have the best attendance. Look around your class and see if your best friend's there or somebody you like to talk to. They need to be in school every day. If you're not feeling very well, then you need to stay at home. But if you are healthy and you're fit and you're ready to do some work, come into school. We need to have you here. And then the class with the best attendance can take our little bee, and he can go maybe in your reading corner, and you can sit and snuggle with him while you read a book. Maybe you'll read a Tiddler book again, because it's a lovely story, some gorgeous pictures in there that I didn't stay very long on, did I? But you might want to have a little look at them. I think I spied the Gruffalo in there, did you? Maybe have a little look and see if you can find a Gruffalo. Remember this book? This book got a bit broken, didn't it? Can you please look after our things? That's one of our golden rules, isn't it? Looking after property. Okay, right. Last thing, that's right, let's finish with our school prayer. You can put your hands together, you can fold your arms, you can close your eyes, I don't mind, but you must say the words with me. Ready? Help me to do the things I should, to be to others kind and good. In all my work and all my play, to grow more loving every day. Amen. Have a lovely week, children, and I look forward to seeing you around school to give you numbers and boxes. Bye.